VDS's resonance trade is of utmost importance for the whole ecology's healthy and stable development. Resonance trade is a Bitcoin to Vollar cross-chain one-way dynamic conversion exchange channel. By utilizing the same elliptic curve algorithm, Bitcoin and VDS can use the same private key. Then through base 58 check encoding, they can both gain a set of public keys. After Bitcoin is exchanged for Vollar, this Vollar will be deposited to a VDS address under that same private key. This design allows Bitcoin to be converted for Vollar under a completely anonymous and decentralized state. In other words, Bitcoin users can put their own Bitcoins through resonance trade and get Vollar at a definite conversion ratio, which is decided by the resonance V pool. In resonance trade, Bitcoin can facilitate one-way conversions with Vollar according to the V-pool's dynamic conversion ratio. We call the calculation method used to calculate this Bitcoin to Vollar conversion ratio the resonance V-pool. The resonance V-pool is shaped like an inverted pyramid and composed of a limitless number of levels which each have a different conversion rate. The amount of Vollar within the V-pool dictates the conversion ratio level number and thus the current conversion rate. A standard of 10 Bitcoin worth of Vollar is supplied for conversions within each level on the resonance V-pool. This is based on the V-pool's dynamic ratio and the upper limit of Vollar that can be used for one-way exchanges. Accordingly, the Vollar supply on each level is 10 times the level's conversion ratio. The bottom of this inverted pyramid is the V-pool's lowest level. At this level, the Bitcoin to Vollar conversion ratio is 1 to 1. According to the V-pool's Vollar supply and upper limits on Bitcoin conversion, at every one level increase, the Bitcoin to Vollar conversion ratio rises by 1. For example, on level 2, the Bitcoin to Vollar conversion ratio is 1 to 2. On level 3, the ratio is 1 to 3. And so it goes on for all other levels. On the nth level, the Bitcoin to Vollar conversion ratio is 1 to n. For example, the beginning conversion ratio in the resonance V-pool was 1 to 3,756. This means that at that time, the V-pool was at level 3,756. Thus, there is a connection between the resonance V-pool level and the amount of Vollar contained within it. The Vollar within the V-pool originates from 4 key sources. The first is the initial Vollar supply within the resonance V-pool. This was the 100 million pre-mined amount minus the airdrops and minus the initial ecological establishment fund. Second is system loss. When the number of VIDs on the first level under each VID's trust stamp system is less than 12, the newly created VIDs will generate Vollar reward loss. This type of reward loss is called system loss. All system loss goes directly to the V-pool, and the time at which it flows into the V-pool and the moment at which a new VID was created are both in sync. Third is over-volume issuance. Every 10,080 blocks on the VDS chain serve as a standard phase. Whenever a given phase's newly issued block currency exceeds the amount of Vollar used to create new VIDs in the previous phase, the sum difference between these two is called over-volume issuance. As each block is generated, over-volume issuance is averaged out across the current phase and directed into the resonance V-pool. Fourth is Genesis VID loss. Genesis VIDs always sit at the topmost position of the trust stamp pyramid. When creating a new VID or dispersing blockchain business contract commissions, rewards which are dispersed to a level which exceeds the level of a Genesis VID are automatically directed into the resonance V-pool in order to guarantee that all VID rewards are dispersed fairly. The more Vollar there is within the resonance V-pool, the higher the current level and the conversion ratio will be, so the value of Vollar will be lower. Conversely, the less Vollar there is within the resonance V-pool, the lower the current level and conversion ratio will be, so the value of Vollar will be higher. Therefore, vigorous fission promotion will complete the trust stamp network, fill in the trust stamp system, and reduce system loss and Genesis loss, as well as lower over-volume issuance. As the Vollar supply in the resonance V-pool progressively decreases, the value of Vollar will continuously rise.